What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bullrush Podcast. I am Chuck Affair. This is my host.
Yo, what's up? Today we talking about my Super Bowl contender, New York Giants, and his weak ass 1-1 Jets. Mm-hmm. And then we gonna talk about that Brett Favre situation. Then the Dolphins. Then we talk about Nathaniel Hackett and the Broncos. Then we talk about the Lions, the Eagles, the Bengals, and then the picks for Week 3. Sorry. We took a little bit of a gap week. Things have gotten busy.
We're students.
We are very much college students.
Things happen. Apologies.
Hey,
midterms are next week.
Yeah.
I'm stressing out.
Yeah, last week, your boy had a tournament. Co-champs in it, but still had a tournament for a debate. We had to work our asses off to build the case. So, we got to do what we got to do.
Hey, you go to the debate,
and
then you come to the pod to debate.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We cook.
We cook, yeah.
But let's talk about my Giants. Let's go. Hey.
You know, this team is like, wait, what is your name, gang? You never said your name so far.
My name is Kidboy. You introduced me.
I said my co-host.
Kidboy. Oh, my fault. My fault. Do I do the full intro?
No.
Kidboy, best say Let me stop. No.
My name is Chalk Affair. I'm a sophomore computer science major from Brooklyn,
New York. Ain't no way. My name is Kidboy Best. I'm a sophomore economics major from Long Island, New York. Let's go. We done.
Damn, we got the Morehouse intros in this bitch.
Come on,
that's
now.
Crazy.
Come on now. They drilled that shit into our heads. Let's go.
Among other things, I got my brother's back. But your Giants are 0-2.
2-0.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just used to saying 0-2.
Oh, you just used to okay.
I'm just.
I'm really used to saying 0-2 like, for you guys too. I'm really proud of y'all guys for getting the win this year. I'm really proud of y'all.
That kid got ice cream. Remember that? It was like a kid who was just like, "Oh, my dad takes me to get ice cream every time the Jets win."
Damn, that kid finally got ice cream. That kid was
finally got ice cream.
That kid was barely getting fed throughout the last few years, bro.
Yeah, he has malnutrition. Like
thank Joe Flacco. Thank
Flacco to go.
Thank third in passing yards, Joe Flacco.
Flacco to go. Like, yo, that. But let's talk about your Giants. Like, I personally didn't watch those 2 games that y'all played. Like, y'all came back from against the Titans week 1, right?
Yeah.
What do you think led to them coming back?
The O-line. Oh my goodness, the improved O-line play. It's a marginal improvement. It's not as big of an improvement as I wanted. Evan Neal's looked a bit dazed out there, but he's a rookie. He's a rookie right tackle. He's going to fix it up.
Yeah, it's like
it happened to Andrew Thomas. It's going to happen to him.
You're going to get burned, especially as a tackle in this league. Oh, you have okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, like, the line's been good. I mean, the play calling has been pretty good. I will say, the Week 2's game, I don't even remember who we played Week 2.
Panthers.
Thank you very much. In the beginning of the Week 2 game, the Panthers gave us ample opportunities to score early on. It's
the Panthers, like
they fumbled the kick return, and then we settled for 2 field goals. Mike Kafka, I think he's going to be a great play caller for us, but in that game specifically, he was, especially in the beginning of the game, he was a bit shaky.
Yeah,
but
one thing that
I don't care.
One thing that I could say about your at least your team, from what I seen the highlights and things like that, y'all continue to play hard, even being down 20.
100%.
Being at least Giants of old would have just been fuck it, next week. But
I mean,
my Jets, we got pummeled week 1, we got pummeled, we got beat bad.
Lamar Jackson, number 10 QB in the league, according to him, by the way.
Number 10.
But by the way, top 5 QB in the league. You see him having an MVP caliber season so far.
I might be wrong.
100%
things change. But Lamar Jackson definitely been
you were wrong about a lot. My fault.
Wow. That's a low blow. That was preseason. Now we in this shit.
I'm gonna let you have it in the next segment. Not the following segment.
That segment we'll get to. But Ravens beat ass, and I personally don't believe we should have won that Browns game. It was a comeback, but one, that touchdown in garbage time was a touchdown in garbage time. It was one lucky ass touchdown for it. It was just a what the niggas in the stands were just what the fuck? Why is he wide open? like nobody around him, walk in touchdown. They score in like 30 seconds, and then we get the that what's it called, onside kick.
Yeah,
that onside kick was crazy because like they were like at least the way it was building up, it's like, yo, this man get onside kick from anywhere in the field type shit. I'm just like, when did Jets get hit? Like I'm like I know Brady McMahon. I remember Brady McMahon. I know that punter. He's never onside kicked for us before. Now that just might be a game plan.
Yeah, no, that could be.
That'd be a game plan, but onside kicks aren't gonna work in the NFL. But then Garrett Wilson, monster game.
Damn.
Monster monster game. Like he was like, he played amazing. I don't know the specific stats from it, but bro, he was going off. Like he scored his first NFL touchdown that game, and then he scored the game-winning touchdown that game. Bryce Hall also had a great game. It's just like that game was also scary for a bunch of Jets fans because like at one point in that game, each one of our rookies that we drafted in the first round went down. So just like it was almost like, oh shit, this could all be ripped away from us like that. Mm-hmm. But you know, we gotta face the Bengals in week 3. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to week 3 picks later.
I'll say this right here right now. Firstly, for Garrett Wilson's stat line, I pulled it up. 8 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is a great stat line.
That's a great
for a rookie wide receiver. That's amazing. Gives you some Stephon Diggs vibes.
All right.
Stephon Diggs Vikings vibes.
Chill.
Hey, what do you want me to say? That's how he was on the Vikings.
Chill. You get me excited for this team. You get me happy.
I know you are. You should be. I know, bro. I know you is, bro. Chill.
Yeah, like you can't give me hope. Like that's the last thing I really need as a Jets fan is like hope that this organization is taking forward.
Have you seen us? Remember us that first year Joe Judge was a head coach? We were solid. We nearly made the playoffs. I'm thinking, damn, we got a young defense, and this nigga Joe Judge started running QB sneaks on fourth and long from our own 30-yard line, bruh. The worst play calling I've seen. Nah, with all due respect,
man's running a fake.
Fuck Joe Judge.
Man's running a fake punt on a 4th and 1. I'm just like, why didn't we just run the ball there? But fuck it worked.
Hey, I will say all Jets look good though.
We do.
Sauce, I will say. Hey, even in that first week, Sauce Gardner was
locked. Like, but
there was like it
was against the Ravens. The Ravens don't really have wide receivers like that. But
he was covering Mark Andrews on one play, and he prevented a touchdown off.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying he didn't play good. I'm just saying, remember, like when we're looking at like how good he played, we also have to look at like the competition that he's playing against. And I don't think that Ravens like wide receiver core isn't really that good. Like,
that's fair.
That's fair. But like, who I am really proud of, DJ Reed.
He's been looking good.
That man been looking luck. Like it's like, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just not gonna say it. Like we like this secondary is like looking studded and scary. And once we get this pass rush going, because at least right now, like we have potential for a great pass rush, but it's just not working out right now. When it comes to like, Quentin Williams Quentin Williams is still Quentin Williams, but he just hasn't looked like Quentin Williams, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Like he just hasn't been like monstrous for real. He hasn't been like that nigga who just like completely fucks everybody shit up. Carl Larson doing pretty good. A few injuries here and there, but those aren't. I mean, it's more or less in the linebacking core. But CJ Mosley. Yo, like,
that's a good signing. Because he also signed him like 2-3 years ago.
We signed him with Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
And then he just said, fuck it, I'm not playing for this team.
Le'Veon Bell. Hey, don't worry. We still got Kenny Golladay on the roster. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the thing that kind of chill. This man dying. This man is dying. You laughing hard as hell.
Yeah, we got Kenny Jesus Christ.
You laughing hard as hell.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at least you're not the niggas that gave Tim Tebow a contract to be QB. Okay, moving on. So we going down to, speaking of Tim Tebow and fumbles and interceptions, let's talk about the all-time leader in fumbles and interceptions. This Brett Favre. You know how I feel on Brett Favre, and you know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
No. I'll explain the situation for people who don't know it.
Okay. Brett Favre has allegedly. Well, I mean, they're text messages. Allegedly. So allegedly. Utilized the former Mississippi governor to use Mississippi's welfare funds, $5 million of Mississippi's welfare funds, to fund a volleyball stadium for his alma mater and the school that his daughter was currently going to at the time, University of Southern Mississippi. And I'll save my take for last because I have a lot to say. You got this, Shaka. Take it away, bro.
Honestly, this is stupid in a sense of just like, honestly, like before Kelly brought it to me, I think I've heard about it. I just didn't really go to, like, I didn't care to like look into it for real. Like, this is stupid and kind of like disgusting. Cause it's just like, why are you stealing funds to fund a volleyball stadium
from the poorest state, by the way, and for the poorest people?
Not wrong, especially
for the poorest people in the poorest state. And let's be real here, who's most likely those poorest people?
Like that, yeah, you're right. That money, like, especially because I forgot which hurricane it was that came and destroyed New Orleans. I can't remember.
Oh, Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina. Like, cause like they didn't like help them at all. So it's just like, like, imagine stealing money from that state to go to build a stadium, but not allocating those same funds, just helping the people inside that state. It's annoying and it pisses me off. But it's just like, why has to be at least for me personally, I consider Brett Favre a football great. But like, why do you have to be doing this? Like, don't you have millions that you could take away to like help fund this? I mean, I know millions don't build a stadium, but like, don't steal money from people to build a volleyball stadium. Who goes to Ole Miss games though? Like,
it was Southern Mississippi, not even Ole Miss. Oh, Southern Mississippi. Yes. Oh, that was his alma mater.
Yikes! Like, at least for me, I'm just like, how is this going to generate? Because it's like, it'll be different if it was football, because it's like, all right, I can get the argument for it. Like, it generates cash flow. People buy jerseys, then you can just reinvest that into the city, which they don't. But I can get the argument for it. I don't see like what use this has. Like, yeah, like that's all I really have on this Brett Favre topic. It's just like it's just like a whole bunch of useless activity, just kind of just wasting money for real.
Okay, well, here's my take on the situation. Firstly, Brett Favre's net worth. Brett Favre has a net worth of $100 million, most of which was earned through his professional football career. He probably still makes money off sponsorships because that nigga has like a copper or whatever.
Doesn't he have like a Subway? No.
He has like one, like the copper fit. Because I remember seeing those ads growing up with Brett Favre, his old ass self. Let's also not forget this. Brett Favre is the all-time leader in interceptions and fumbles.
Even Duke picked him off.
Mm-hmm. So, damn.
Duke picked him off.
That's facts.
That's facts.
But here's my take on the situation. For all you people who do not know, Jackson, Mississippi is currently undergoing a water crisis. Yes, there was a boil water ban. The boil water thing notice was lifted. Jackson, Mississippi, a city that is above like 80% black. At the very least, 80% black, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It is crazy to me to see the contrast of how this man was able to get $5 million to build this volleyball stadium for his alma mater. And honestly, if this $5 million was used for any other sport, it'd still be fucking wrong.
Not wrong.
Taking the money set aside for the poorest people in the poorest state in the country, that is a different level of evil. Period. Now, let's combine the fact of the media response to this. Why is it that I don't see this that much on ESPN? However, I know damn well if Terrell Owens did the same thing, he'd be kicked out the Hall of Fame.
Why I gotta hear from Kevboy? Why I gotta hear like the full details from Kevboy? Like not like on ESPN, not on any talk show host. I gotta hear it on like the back forms of either Twitter, Reddit, or from a friend. Like
facts.
It's like they're not covering up because they're not saying like it didn't happen. They're just like it happened. We're just not gonna push it.
Mm-hmm. Like it just shows the bias between black quarterbacks, black athletes in general, and white athletes.
Yeah.
Cause like let's be real here. This nigga Odell. Imagine if Odell did this.
Like not even that. Like we hear quotes from Chad Ochocinco. I eat McDonald's every day. I heard that clip being posted everywhere.
So many times.
Everywhere. Niggas was talking about like how you eat McDonald's. He's retired talking about diet, and we hear it all the time. But we don't hear shit like that.
It's crazy to me. Like I remember when Odell literally kicked the net. That shit was on every single.
And then he proposed to it.
And he proposed to the net. That thing was all over the place. That thing was on Good Morning America. That's national news. And I haven't heard a lick about this Brett Favre topic. I mean, if you are black, you know it's racism. If you're white, you're probably going to figure out some way to try and cover it up. But let's be real here. It is a fact that it's racism. Brett Favre had a season where he threw 20-something interceptions. Nobody bats an eye. Remember when Jameis Winston had that 30-30 season?
Yeah.
Everybody was on his dick. On his ass.
Yeah.
On his ass.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just continued to prove this point of discrimination within, like, just discrimination in general, like just racism against black people. Like it really just genuinely pisses me off because especially at this time, like hearing it now, especially everything that's going on in Jackson, Mississippi with their water situation, with the governor literally telling them, damn near, he was literally like, he was in another city, and he was like, it's a good day to be in this city, but it's never a good day to be in Jackson. That's the governor. It's not the same governor who embezzled the funds who worked with Brett Favre, because that was like 2018, but that's still a different level of evil.
No, it's just like the culture is still there. Like that same mindset and that same mentality is still there in that organization, in that office. It just hasn't changed.
I think to close out this topic, all I just have is 3 words.
Fuck Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Fuck that bitch ass
Brett Favre.
Fuck that nigga. Period. But let's change gears a bit. How about them Dolphins, Chaka? How about them basic team Dolphins, Chaka? How about them Mike McDaniels? Mike McDaniels is a new coach, Chaka. You know, even though I told you he's gonna run a perfect offense, I told you he ran an offense like this with a yards after the catch guy like Deebo Samuel. It's almost as if when you give him 2 guys who could use yards after the catch, Tua would thrive. It's almost as if you gave him an online. Tua would thrive. It's almost as if you gave him proper running backs. Tua would thrive. What did I say? Let Tua cook. Oh my goodness. 6 touchdowns.
Tua cooked second half.
Okay, 100%.
Nah, he cooked second half. All right. I do gotta admit, Tua definitely played great. Tua definitely played great and shut me up. I
didn't even expect that out of him. I did not expect that shit out of him.
Cause I was chilling when that Ravens game happened. Like I was like, oh, my Jets just won, and I'm just like, Tua did what? 6 what? 4 what?
400?
Huh? What? Like I was looking at that game like because it was like me personally, I have Sunday ticket, so I watch. You can watch it with me. Like I basically choose which games I watch each Sunday at 1:00, and I have like this like full, not the full selection, but most of them. And like I was just watching it, I'm just like, oh, these niggas down by 30. You know, that's a constant theme of this season so far.
So many comebacks.
These niggas down by 30. Let me change the channel. Fourth quarter happens. somehow these niggas are just like back in the game, and I'm just like, Lamar Jackson had a monstrous game. So I'm just like, oh, there's no way the Dolphins gonna come back from that, and it's just like
they did. Amazing.
I mean, there's still like many caveats, but it's just like not enough to like prevent this team from winning. Like I feel like everything that I did say still did hold a little bit of truth to it. Like, yeah, he may not have the strongest arm in the NFL to like fully lead Tyreek Hill like through defenders, because he definitely did slow down when he was catching the ball for a few of those touchdowns, especially when it was like I think that 60 yards. He slowed down a little bit, but as long as it doesn't like hinder and stop this offense, he should be fine. Like,
I mean,
I'm really like this team. I'm excited. I want to see if Zach is good, because we still like that's still a big question mark. I want to see like these two teams face off, because it's gonna be one.
That's gonna be a fun game.
That's gonna be one fucking show out, because that's a great wide receiving core against a great secondary team, and they face off 2 times this year.
Oh right, AFC East.
They face off 2 times this year.
I actually can't wait to see that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm putting the league on notice right now. Like that game is gonna be like either a very competitive game or just getting blown out. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Damn, you said it. Okay. I need to say this. I need to highlight the star of Sunday for the Dolphins. Not Tua. I love Tua. Not Tyreek. Not Jalen. Mike McDaniels. This man, Mike McDaniels, he is an amazing... Okay, there is a clip of this man. The person... Okay, he used a run-heavy personnel. He had like 2 running backs and 2 tight ends in the formation, forcing the Ravens to use multiple linebackers to go set out a heavier concept.
And then he
called an empty backfield. Calls an empty backfield on his 2-yard line.
That's hilarious.
Like in his own red zone, backed up on his own red zone.
That's hilarious.
And then he's like, bet, I'm going to have Tyreek and Jalen Waddle cook your corners, which they do.
Yeah.
With a stick and go concept. And 50-yard game. Jalen Waddle, 50-yard game. Across the field. Across the middle. Like,
that
who is doing that?
That is some offensive genius right there.
That is offensive genius.
Because like at the very least, you're calling a timeout.
Yeah, as a you're telling them burn a timeout,
like
or trust your linebackers.
Once that backfield completely clears out, and you have linebackers covering running backs, and you have,
they had Patrick Queen on Jalen Waddle in that play. That's how they schemed it. I love Patrick Queen. Do not get me wrong; he's a damn great linebacker. But I don't want Patrick Queen guarding Jalen Waddle.
I don't want a linebacker covering a wide receiver at any time.
Let alone one of the fastest wide receivers in the league.
Only linebacker that I would want to cover a wide receiver is maybe Jamal Adams.
Damn. Calling that man a linebacker is insane. Calling that man a linebacker is crazy.
But like that, yeah. I was wrong about the Dolphins. The Dolphins are looking like one scary ass, good ass team. Now, let's talk into the other team that I was wrong about. Like a team that I was on the fence on, but then I got sold because I was
also very wrong about that.
I was on the fence.
If I remember correctly, what I said specifically is I'm getting shades of their past Super Bowl win with Peyton Manning with the Broncos.
The thing is like with this team, it's not the talent.
It's the coaching.
It's
oh my God.
It's like the talent is there. The pieces are there. The quarterback, the wide receivers, like everything is there. It's just like, how do I put this? Imagine the hoop. This is the ball. And it's just like randomly like 1 7-foot motherfucker comes and rejects it. Like, bro, this team just can't get shit right. Like they faced against the Seahawks and who else? Because they're 0-2, right?
They're 1-1. They should be 0-2. With the way they played, they should be 0-2.
Who did they face?
I'm checking that right now.
So like, this team really.
The Texans. Oh my God, they beat the Texans only by 7 points. Oh my God,
Bro.
I'm about to throw up. Like, okay, let's be real here.
That's why I forgot who they played. Like, it's like, I mean, I think it props to the Texans because they made two consistent games of like putting up a fight. Because like last week, who they faced again? I can't remember. Because it's literally the Texans. Like,
It's the Texans. Like the Bears. What? No, not the Bears.
It wasn't the Bears.
The Colts. The tie with the Colts.
Oh my God!
We forgot about the.
I don't even want to talk about the Colts right now. Like, this team is an embarrassment in almost every level. Matt Ryan seems washed.
I love how they're both forming.
I don't even want to talk about this team right now. That we'll save that for another time. I want to give them a good 5 weeks to figure shit out before I completely rip this team to shreds.
Same thing with the Broncos, honestly.
I mean, it's his first year as a head coach. He shouldn't be struggling this hard. Like, it's like the talent's there. It's just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Why are you struggling to like dial something up? Like, why I feel like one thing that at least one thing like again about the Seattle game that I can say like, all right, I can see why they lost that was because Seattle knows Russell. Seattle, like, basically what Seattle was trying to do that entire night was force Russell to his left, make him throw on the run, and when they
throw in the middle of the field,
and when they forced him to do the things that he was slightly uncomfortable with, they were successful. That's the only thing that could that's the reason why I can give it to Seattle.
Yeah.
And then Geno Smith playing out of his fucking mind. But outside of that, I'm just all right, this team. They should have mollywopped.
Can we talk about how the call that line was? He's like, they wrote me all by right back. Oh my God. That's a bar.
That's a bar. That's a bar. That is a bar. Yeah. As a Jets fan, I definitely wrote to Geno a couple times. A couple times.
I loved him in college. But to continue off your point with the Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett, his time management is the key issue. It was bad. Apparently, during that Texans game, they had the fans counting down the play clock for him. They hate him. They don't like him. They do not like him.
Bro, what?
Yes, bro. They had 7 minutes.
Imagine having everyone in the stadium just
that's some high school shit.
Not even high
That's
school.
some high school basketball
Nah, shit. Bro. It's like everybody in the stadium has better time management than you, and it's just
yes,
that's unfortunate.
Bro, they with 7 minutes left in the Texans game, they had 0 timeouts. Yes, that's how bad his time management is. He had to burn a timeout because something was going on with special teams. It's oh my God, I've never seen a team. Because it pisses me off. No, with this amount of talent, top to bottom, even with the wide receiver injuries, this team should be 2-0. This team should have dominated both games. They should have been 2 games where Russ cooked. They were supposed to let Russ cook. And Russ is, he's trying to cook.
They're riding out to a mid-ass season right now. Mm-hmm. This team should, you are right. This team should definitely be 2-0. This team definitely should they had 2 easy ass games. After that Seattle win, the 49ers completely mollywopped them with Jimmy Garoppolo, who didn't even have snaps with any of the starters.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. At that point, it's just bro, you are dragging this team down against competition that isn't that good. You are playing so low, you're just playing so down to your competition that is honestly scary. And these are you played the Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. These are two of the most weakest teams in the NFL, at least right now.
Yeah.
A competition doesn't get easier from this. Maybe if they play do they even play the Bears? No.
Nope.
No. It's you don't get easier games that. Those are 2 games you could check off as W's and then move on to the rest of your season.
They should be.
They should just be check off.
W
done.
and lost to the Seahawks because you didn't trust Russell Wilson, your $200 million quarterback.
It's not even.
I think that's an egregious decision.
That is egregious because it's like, why are you trying? Like, you have like 30 seconds left on the clock. There's 4th and 1. You pay this guy all like he was on the field. Like
literally let Russ cook.
Like if it was just like, all right, if we get to 4th, we're definitely trotting out the field goal unit no matter what. They thought about it, and then still was just like, nah, I don't like this offense. Like, nigga, you're gonna send him out to kick a 64-yard field goal? This nigga never kicked a 60-yard field goal in his life. And you're gonna send him out there for that?
It was like 4th and 5. And like I'm sorry, but like you have Javonte Williams. You literally have one of the best running back tandems in the league. If you don't run a little fucking, I don't know, let's see.
Like, that's just not, like...
On a screen, bro.
I don't even think Madden would have told him to, like, kick the field goal. Like, ask Madden wouldn't even say kick the field goal there. Like, they would have said run a play. Because either way, you get the first down or you simply don't. That field goal was never going in. Nobody in that stadium thought that field goal was in. I don't even think the kicker thought that field goal was going in. So it's just like, of course, trust your kicker. But you also have to know the kicker's limitations. What kick? Like, you do not have Justin Tucker out there kicking fucking 70-yard field goals.
He could.
Like, the fuck are you doing? Run an offense, run an organization. Let's move on.
Negro, if you don't run slants on that, you are one of the worst coaches.
Jerry Jeudy, one of the best route runners in the league.
And you could have run slants. And you also had Cortland Sutton as one of the better deep threats in this league. And then Javonte Williams. Oh my! Like, no, it's actually pissing me off.
It's actually pissing me off.
Because
it's like you. This team has so much potential to be so much more, and it's just not. Like, it's just not.
I literally had this team as a Super Bowl dark horse. Get it?
Super Bowl.
But basically, because they traded for a Hall of Fame quarterback in Russell Wilson. And, I really thought they'd be a dark horse, but no, now they're just dark. Not even a horse. Like they're not riding.
I don't think...
They're
not riding. Let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. That horse kicked y'all off a long time ago.
No, they didn't even get on the horse. That shit just kicked them. They tried it, and it's just
dang.
But let's move on to like an actually good team. The Philadelphia Eagles. Yo. Scary.
Scary hours, I would say.
Scary. Because even like the
Monday night game?
No, I'm talking about week 1. Because it was one easy ass team, I remember. I don't remember exactly who they played. I remember it was just like it was one weak ass team. And then they played the Minnesota Vikings, who looked fucking phenomenal the week prior against the Packers. Like, they looked great. Honestly.
They played the Lions week 1. 3-point game, by the way. That was a good one.
It's the Lions, but it's also the Lions. The Lions play everybody tough. I'm not mad at that. The Eagles are playing out of their goddamn mind. Jalen Hurts, like, bro, did you watch that Minnesota game?
I was watching that whole game.
Did you watch
every play he was making?
The ball placement. Like, I remember there was this one play, like, I think it was his second incompletion of the night. And he put it right over top of the DB and got it below the safety, so the safety couldn't get it to get to his tight end. And it hit him directly in his hand. Tight end ended up dropping it. But it was just such a perfectly placed ball with pinpoint accuracy. And it's just like, yo, this dude plays so hard. Like him lunging, I don't like quarterbacks taking hits ever, but he's still lunging for the first down. Like, this team did everything. Like, this team is like how you build a team properly. You fix the offensive line. You draft your rookie, fix your offensive line, surround them with wide receiver talent, and then you just have to trust your quarterback. You have to just trust your quarterback and get they got Jalen Hurts.
A franchise QB.
Yeah, franchise QB. Wait, when did they get them? In the second round?
Second round.
That's That's crazy.
Insane. And people were calling them crazy. Calling them crazy. Because remember, they had Carson Wentz then.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That's
oh my God. Howie Roseman masterclass. Oh, he is great. No, that's actually amazing.
I gotta give him a round of applause for that because, like, everybody was like, bro, Carson Wentz just had an MVP season. He was injured. Why don't you trust him? He got your team to the playoffs and got your team through the playoffs to get you to that Super Bowl run. Trust him. And he was like, nah, fuck that nigga. This one shows like how shady sports are at all times. Cause it's just like, fuck the nigga who got us to the Super Bowl. But it's just like sometimes it's really fuck that nigga. Then build your offensive line. And then surround your franchise quarterback with wide receivers and other weapons around him. Mm-hmm. And then get a coach. Get an offensive-minded coach.
That's what they did.
And, like, the Eagles really just followed the blueprint the proper way.
You talk about the offense. I'm always talk about this defense. This man, Darius Slay, is insane.
Yeah.
Top 5 corner. Oh, my God. Ridiculous. Like... I hate the Eagles. I hate Philly. You know this.
You're a Giants fan. That's what
of course I have to say. That's all I have to say. I especially hate Deshaun Jackson. Y'all know why. Fuck that punter. But fuck that punter for that because he was supposed to kick the ball out of bounds. I remember that. I remember yelling at my TV, kick the ball out of bounds, and then this nigga Deshaun Jackson take it to the crib. Mm-hmm. That's how you fuck up a kid's Christmas. But. It was a Christmas game, bro. It was a Christmas game. It was a Christmas Eve game. I remember it because I remember they used to have the graphic with the lights over the scoreboard.
Yeah, I remember. Yo, that's hilarious.
Christmas Eve has never been ruined quicker for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck Deshaun.
You got cold.
Fuck Deshaun. Like no,
he was not.
Fuck this. Like no, I love Deshaun Jackson, one of my favorite wide receivers ever. But like for that play, fuck that. Okay, but this defense has been amazing. Jordan Davis was pretty good on the run stopping. Trust me, I knew I had Dalvin Cook in fantasy. Jalen Hurts was spreading the wealth. Obviously, like Miles Sanders had a good game. He was using everybody on the field. I think his favorite target was Dallas Goedert by 4. He really wasn't getting AJ Brown as involved.
It wasn't like that's also a thing that I really liked about Hurts' game. It's just that he's not like consistently passing to one person. He's passing to who's open. And like it's like, all right, yeah, we have not Javonte, Jalen Smith? No. What's his name?
Devontae Smith. Huh? Devontae Smith and AJ Brown.
Yeah, I was right the first time. Devontae Smith and Jalen Brown. Oh, AJ Brown?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. I'm sorry.
Wrong word.
Yeah. Recording at 7 a.m. is not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
We're getting used to it.
First morning podcast of a lot. But
yeah.
It's like he's throwing to who's open and he's throwing to who's around him. And like if it's a tight end, he's throwing to it. It's not like, oh, let me find AJ Brown, let me find Devontae. It's like, all right, who's open? And that type of football is just like that type of football you just have to play. Because so many young quarterbacks just get into like, let me just like fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere, like.
Yeah, damn, direct dig at Tua Tagovailoa. That was crazy.
That was a Patrick Mahomes quote.
Okay, bro. Okay,
sure.
I'm trouble. Sure. But this defense has been good.
It's like team all around.
From what I've seen, that secondary is scary. C.J. Gardner-Johnson has been really good. And James Bradbury, former New York Giant. Sucks to see him go to the Eagles. But, man, he's going to be scary to face when we eventually face this team. It's going to be a tough matchup, you know. Yeah, like, with all due respect, it's either going to be a really close game or the Eagles blowout. Like, I'm very scared to face this team. But this team is complete. Nick Sirianni has been a great head coach for them. I mean, I didn't think he could run a pass-heavy offense because he normally runs a run-heavy scheme. But he's been able to run this offense so efficiently, so effectively, utilize everybody. He utilizes Gainwell really well, utilizing Miles Sanders really well. It's amazing. And then I remember how everybody was talking about, Jalen Hurts got no more. Basically, the Lamar shit that shit was Lamar getting. Shit Lamar was getting. Damn. Jalen Hurts was getting.
Because Jalen Hurts at least he got benched for Tua, and then it was just Tua's better than him. So it's how can he be better than Tua in the NFL? And there's just no Jalen Hurts was never somebody who wowed you with his arm. Coming out of college, his arm wasn't his strong suit. It was his dual threat ability and then his leadership afterwards. Yeah. And it still is his dual threat ability and his leadership. It's just that he improved his arm so much that it's just okay, he has he doesn't have a strong arm, but he has touch.
Yeah.
He has touch.
Also, let's not forget that entire quarterback room, Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Hurts, all three of them won this week. That's a great quarterback room.
I would just want to have a whole topic just about how much talent it just comes from Alabama.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
The running back tandem of Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram is insane.
You can really just make a full NFL team just about Alabama niggas, and they're probably
and LSU niggas.
And LSU niggas, and it looks like the All-Star. But let's move on. I don't think we don't have time to talk about the Bengals.
Would you rather talk Bengals or Lions?
I'd rather talk.
I think we want to talk Bengals because we have two good things, one bad.
Because I feel like the Lions is just the same. They play very hard. We've been saying that for the entire time.
Let's talk about the Bengals though.
Let's move on to the Bengals. This team.
Would you have Joe Burrow ranked again in your quarterback list, Chaka? Above Lamar?
Yes. This team is having a hangover. This is a Super Bowl hangover. These niggas got fucked up.
Jamar Chase getting clamped up by Trevon Diggs.
We said he was going to have an improved season. We knew that.
I mean, the O-line doesn't look good.
The O-line, granted, it's an entirely new group. This team needs at least some time to gel. Because it's offensive line. Offensive line has a bunch to do with communication. As somebody who played offensive line in little leagues, I'm not entirely stupid.
Little league's insane.
Little league's hilarious. So it's you have to communicate with your offensive lines, and just it's gonna the only person who returning from last year was just one person, which still I was considered a good thing, but Joe Burrow needs more time in the pocket. I feel like this team is just struggling to figure things out, and because they're not a sleeper team anymore, people are actually giving them time, they're actually properly preparing for this team and looking forward to playing against it. But it's just they are not they're just not beating teams that they should. They lost to the Steelers. It's a division rival, so it's kind of different. And then they it's weird because it's just they're losing close games. So it's just close games, at least for me, can go either way. It's basically a coin flip afterwards because it's just if the kick goes in, if the kick doesn't. Basically, what I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna give this team it's similar to the Colts. I want to give this team a few more weeks to figure shit out because it's still very early, and I don't want to be one thing that I hate that people do, at least in football media, is overblown shit. They lost 2 games. There's 14 more. This team has plenty of time to figure it out. This team is still really good. Still has one of the best. Still have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Give it some time. I think this team will figure it out. If they lose to the Jets, there might be a problem. I'm gonna love it, but there might be a problem.
I'd love it too.
I would fully love it, but there might be a problem. It's way too early. They still does not excuse them for losing to the Cowboys. It was a non-Dak Cowboys team.
Yeah, Cooper Rush. What a guy.
He played great.
He actually played pretty good.
He played really good.
Played really, really good.
That's also another thing we're talking about. All these backup quarterbacks playing really fucking good. But it's just there's no excuse. there's really no excuse for this team like not to beat the Cowboys. Like, sure, if you want to talk about like losing against a division rival, that's always like I'm more lenient towards it because it's like you see this team 2 times a week, they're gonna be over prepared for you. They're gonna make sure that they know your flaws, they know everything about you.
It's Mike Tomlin.
It's Mike Tomlin. He was this is one of those games that
top 10 coach of all time. Like, let's be real here. Yeah, he is. He 100% is. Whoa. It's like I think it's consensus top 10.
Top 10?
Super Bowl.
I can give you top 10.
Super Bowl run.
We'll get to the top. That's the topic I want to get into. The top, like, because it's like when I think of like coach. We'll get into that topic later. Say that for next spot.
I could talk about that one for a minute.
Yeah, I mean it's like all time is crazy. There's a lot of like because it's like that's a crazy statement, but then like thinking about it, I'm just like, is it really?
It's not crazy. It's not a crazy statement.
It's not a like them thinking about it, I'm like it's not a crazy ass statement.
I don't know. Because I'd personally take him over. Ooh, do I take him over him?
Who?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid?
Mike Tomlin or Andy Reid? Because I take Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin does have the playoff meltdowns that Andy Reid does.
Oh. So, this 7 a.m. shit is not with me. Sorry, my brain isn't sharp right now. Yeah, it's just
we are.
Like I'm out of coffee. Tired. I'm out of coffee. I'm just like.
I'm still working my way through my coffee.
Because when you said Andy Reid, I was thinking Ed Reid. I'm just like, the safety? Like the safety?
Bro, we are.
No. I would take Mike Tomlin over Andy Reid. Mm-hmm. Mainly due to not only like the debacles, but it's just like it took Andy Reid having like Patrick Mahomes is going to enter the GOAT conversation sometime soon.
100%.
So it's just like you have one of the best quarterbacks of all time on your team. That's not really like, and you couldn't win without him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
if I could, let me say my thing about the Bengals, and then we can move on to our picks.
Yeah, no problem.
Everything's just flat. They're just coming out flat. Like really, like I haven't.
Like it's a Super Bowl hangover. Like
it really is.
Like this happens literally every year. Almost every year. Like it's just like a football cliche at this moment. It's just like his team isn't playing good. They were in the Super Bowl last year and they lost. Like the Rams are even having a little bit of a struggle, but it's just not big enough to like have them lose games. Mind you, it's games that are close. Like they're close games. Both games were lost by 3 points. They were, like, I'm mad at the fact that they didn't mollywop them, but it's just like, it wasn't like they completely laid down and got, like, destroyed and blown out. It's just like, the problems are just, like, small, and once they fix the small problems, it'll be good.
I'll say this right now, a person who has something to prove, to me at least, because I'm a very, defense-focused person.
I'm offensive focused. I think they can see it in the spot that I'm just an offensive-focused person.
But yeah, Trey Hendrickson, throughout the playoffs last year, was really looking like a damn good pass rusher. And he looked like he could be the head of this front seven all throughout last year. To me, at least with the games that I've seen, he has not been showing up the same way. I mean, the stats could say different, but he just has not been getting as much pressure.
So on your eyeball test, you just don't.
On my eye test, he's just not doing a lot. He doesn't have a single sack, firstly, and he has 5 tackles on the year. 5. That's combined.
That's crazy.
That's combined. Like that's not even like. Bro, I don't even know if that's solo tackles.
People get 5 tackles in like a game. Like people get 5 tackles and a half.
So, and mind you, he got 1 tackle against that Cowboys O-line, which is insane to me. So,
and their
real
O-line
talk,
is pretty injured.
I kind of, yeah. No, Tyron Smith. He's literally the best O-lineman outside of Zach Martin. He was literally the other guy helping carry that O-line, and Zach Martin, gonna have to carry it a little bit, but he has not been showing up, and I'm really disappointed. Because I was like, damn, okay, Trey Hendrickson, throughout that playoff run, I was like, damn, this guy Trey Hendrickson is him. Like, I was literally, he was getting so much pressure on the QB. He was getting pressure through the Rams O-line, even in that Super Bowl. He was getting a lot of pressure. He was making the little plays. I was actually falling in love with him as a player, honestly. Thought that player. No, really, like, he did all the little things right in terms of literally making that quarterback uncomfortable, making the running back uncomfortable who's trying to run anywhere near him, and that has not been there. And it's kind of annoying to me, at least. I mean, I think he'll bounce back. Edge rushers, especially edge rushers. Edge rushing is like such a volatile position, and sacks are such a volatile.
Like, it's such a needed position for any team. Like, you need to have like some form of pressure. Honestly, more or less, like in today's NFL, is currently coming off the edge. It's coming off the edge. I kind of want to see like how good like interior like defensive linemen can really get, at least with today. Not even today's NFL, because interior offensive linemen was like really good when it comes to like older quarterbacks, because they normally like step up in the pocket to make throws. But like today's NFL, they just run around, throw on the run. So it's just like, even like after that, it's just like they're more or less there for run presence than anything else. But let's get into these picks for week 3.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ, that sounded so flat. Let's get into these
week 3 picks.
Week 3 picks. Thank you for taking that over.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna leave my mistakes in there too. Like,
okay.
Bills versus Dolphins.
Nah, this is definitely. I'm definitely coming back. I'm definitely coming back for this one. This one's gonna be good.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving this.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Oh no, this is actually hard. Cause
we do it on 3. We do it on 3, but I need like.
I need to think this through.
Let's come back to that one. Like that's the one I'm gonna save for a little bit. Like,
Bengals Jets.
3, 2, 1.
Bengals.
Yeah, this is a game that the Bengals desperately have to win in order.
They need to.
In order to keep their season alive, they have to beat the Jets. If the Jets can like win this game, it says a lot about Robert Saleh led Jets, and 2, it just sounds like now it's panic mode. Like, because it's just like there's no way that this team starts 0-3.
And there isn't a mid-season trade.
Not even mid-season trade. It's just like there's no way that this team starts 0-3, and the 2 teams that they've lost to was a Dakless Cowboys and a Zach Wilson-less Jets. That don't even a loss to the Jets for like most teams is just like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? And the Jets are currently missing Zach Wilson. And Joe Flacco played really, really good, but it's still like that's not their starting QB.
Top 5 in passing yards.
Flacco to go.
Flacco
to go. The Bengals need this one, and that's why I feel like they're gonna get it. Like, I feel like this is a game that, unfortunately, the Jets just has to like eat, because it's like there's no way that this team is gonna come unprepared.
100%. Yeah, I feel like if there is a game, I was talking about Trey Hendrickson. If there's a game for Trey Hendrickson to get going, it would be this game. Without Mekhi Becton,
George Fant is still good.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I think that line is Laken Tomlinson was a great signing.
I wouldn't say that line is good. I just think this line is improving.
It's improved.
Wouldn't call it good.
It's going to continue improving. But if there is a line for Trey Hendrickson to get his confidence back, this is that game.
This is like,
I need him to be back. Real talk,
bro. I hate because I have to talk about my team getting mollywopped like this. This is really like your rebound game for real. If you can't, if you can't beat the Jets, your entire thing is fucked up right now.
Like, real talk. Even if Jamar Chase gets locked up, locked up by either who's CB1? Sauce Gardner?
No, DJ Reed.
DJ Reed gonna be on Jamar Chase, Sauce Gardner on T Higgins.
I think they might switch. They might switch because remember, Sauce is more lengthy for real.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fun matchup. That's a fun matchup.
I think they should switch, but I just don't know what they're gonna do. Raiders, Titans, 3, 2, 1. Raiders. Titans need to figure their shit out. Raiders also need to figure their shit out. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
What did I say about the Titans? When you rely upon a running back to carry your entire offense, that's the result you're going to get. Period.
When you draw me like a star receiver like Crabtree.
Hey, I had to do an interpolation. That is the result you're going to get. It's a tale as old as time, you know. I love Derrick Henry. But you saw that hit on Derrick Henry that the Giants had.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
As soon as I saw that hit, I'm like, I don't think he's over, but like he's just not the same. He's not the same. He's not the same dominant running back. And that's fine. He's a human being. He you know what I mean? You can only carry, literally, put an entire offense on your back. Mm-hmm. Sure, A.J. Brown, like, held off a little bit of the load, like this much of the load. Yeah. But Derrick Henry had that whole damn offense on his back.
And plus, if you just look at, like, how, like, running backs, like, age in the NFL, like, they have, like, maybe most 3, 4, if you're lucky, 5 good seasons of you doing a whole bunch for the team that you play for, and then after that you're like just wear and tear on your body.
And then he's a straight up, like, he's not even like a pass catching running back. He's a hand the ball off workhorse running back. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have receiving upside whatsoever. So yeah.
Saints versus Panthers. Ooh, that's an ugly one. 3, 2, 1. Panthers. Saints.
Ooh.
I think that the Panthers are gonna win. Remember, famous Jameis isn't playing. Remember, he has like a few cracks in the spine, something like that.
Oh, I forgot.
He has a spinal injury, so it's like
spinal. My fault.
Spinal.
I broke my back. Spinal.
Yeah, Jameis definitely got his back broken in. Respect to that man though, like he was playing with like spinal injuries. That's hard to do. But I think the Panthers like Christian McCaffrey is still playing. Baker Mayfield is playing. The Saints have been struggling and they don't have Jameis Winston. Like it's right back to what they were last season for real.
I'm gonna say this. That Saints team. That Saints defense
is really good.
It's too good.
It's really
for them to lose this game, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Also, Alvin Kamara isn't playing either.
No, Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is injured.
Shit.
That's okay. It's like they're off. Like they're off. They don't have enough offensive power. They only have like Mike Thomas and that.
Chris Olave. Jarvis Landry's been pretty solid.
We're going back to like Jameis Winston was. Like what are we talking about here? Like I think the Panthers take this one, maybe a close game, but it's an ugly one either way. Let's move on to the next one. Ravens Patriots 3, 2, 1. Ravens. Lamar Jackson looking dominant. Patriots looking kind of stagnant these past few weeks. That's a team that I want to talk about later on. Is the Patriots if they don't fix their shit.
This is looking like a Lamar. Yeah. MVP early voting.
He's on a tear, but he's on a tear, but he's gonna see Bill Belichick, one of the best, I think the best defensive minded coach ever of all time. So it's just like we'll see how he does. Ooh, Lions versus Vikings.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1. Vikings. Yeah. It's gonna be a close game. The Lions play everybody close. No matter who they're playing, this team plays very, very hard. The Vikings been looking different though. You were right about the Vikings, at least with their offense. Their offensive play call is so explosive. Dalvin Cook's crazy. Justin Jefferson is looking like the best receiver in the league right now.
But you're right about one thing. Kirk Cousins shitting the bed is kind of pissing me off.
I told you, it's Kirk Cousins.
But in the Packers game, the man was perfect. But you put the man on national TV, he froze.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I know the QB position is literally the hardest position, one of the hardest positions in sports in general. Mm-hmm. But some of the throws he made were inexcusable. That last throw should have been a touchdown to Justin Jefferson. They should have been able to have like a mini comeback in that fourth quarter. But then Darius Slay picked it off because he underthrew it.
It's Kirk Cousins. He's gonna give you a good play and he's gonna give you a bad play. Like it's Kirk Cousins. Like
okay.
Eagles versus Commanders. Commanders. 3, 2, 1. Eagles. I'm not talking about this game. That's a waste of my time.
Damn, that's insane. No Carson Wentz revenge game. Come on.
That's a waste of my time.
Carson Wentz revenge game would be fun.
30. They're at least getting like blown by 20. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Chiefs versus Colts. Another game I'm not talking about. 3, 2, 1. Chiefs. Not talking about this.
The toilet bowl. Hey, Texans Bears. The toilet bowl.
Whoa. We have Saints versus Panthers.
The Texans don't. Come on. Don't be disrespectful.
But they been playing people tough.
Who be playing people tough?
The Texans. They've been in the last 2 games that they played. They tied and they don't have a win, but they tied and they lost.
That's the Lovie Smith effect. Underrated coach.
3, 2, 1.
Texans.
Bears. Whoa.
I could trust him. I don't.
I feel like this is going to be a game Justin Fields really shows that he's like that. Because like this is like one of the perfect games where you could just like carry his team. I think after the 49ers game, like he showed he can like put the team on his back against like teams that are like disoriented for real. Texans are the Texans, so they're always disoriented.
I'll say this. Justin Fields, in order to go off, he has to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney will be covered by Kyle Fuller. Mm-hmm. I'm not Kyle Fuller.
No, because he's
the rookie, the number 1 cornerback. The one who was picked right before Sauce.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
I literally cannot remember his name either.
Yeah.
But he's.
I'll put something up there just to. Mm-hmm. Just so we know who you're talking. I know who you're talking about though.
I know he's gonna be really good, and I feel like this is gonna be one of those games where he shows that. And with a defensive-minded coach like Lovie Smith, who by the way should have always had a coaching job in this league. I don't know how he didn't keep his Bears coaching job. Led that team to a Super Bowl run and got screwed over by bad QB play. Okay. But
we got a few more games.
Yeah.
Jaguars versus Chargers. 3, 2, 1. Jaguars.
Now, sometimes you feel that upset brewing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just something in your gut is like upset. Like Trayvon Walker, 5-sack game.
Yeah.
Like
this team has been playing really good, and this is definitely one game that I'm gonna watch. It's just like this team's looked good. This Doug Peterson looking fucking amazing.
Let's be real here. If the Chargers do it, it's gonna be a fucking blowout.
Oh yeah.
But if this game is close, which is I really think this game could be close.
And I feel like the problem with the Jaguars was always coaching. Like last year, we used to everyone was like putting the team on notice because of how much talent they had. It's just that I'm not even gonna speak his name because 1, I can't remember how early in the morning, and 2, I don't even think he needs to be said. Doug Peterson, great coach, Super Bowl winning coach, and he's done works for this Jaguars team. This Jaguar team is looking scary. So is this Chargers team. The only thing that I can say the Chargers would need in order to beat them is for both Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa to get working and then get to Trevor Lawrence. Jesus fuck.
Damn.
Yo, early in the morning.
I'll say this.
Crazy.
Time to talk about the defensive side of the ball for the Jaguars. Trayvon Walker. I've been watching his tape recently, so I don't know how he's doing. But he is the number 1 overall pick. I expect him to get after the quarterback. He's going to have a tough matchup with Rashawn Slater. Rashawn's left tackle. He's going to be lined up on the left edge. I don't know who their right tackle is, but he's going to have a tough matchup against that tackle. He's going to have to work. They're going to double him every time. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to seeing him play And obviously, I haven't gotten a chance to see the Chargers play. I really want to see J.C. Jackson on Christian Kirk, and I'm really excited to see that.
I saw the Chargers play these past 2 weeks. This team is really...
And I've got to see my guy Derwin James play.
No. This team is really, really good. Also, one thing that we do have to remember, Justin Herbert, even though I think Justin Herbert is going to be playing, he's still injured. He is still hurt a little bit. So it's just like, that's one contributing factor.
By the way, we also have to go back to the Bills-Dolphins game because we did not do that one.
All right, let's hurry up. Let's do a few speed rush picks. I'm going to skip the
Rams, Cardinals, Rams.
3-2. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. So, Cardinals looking really stagnant. I think the Rams... I think the Rams are going to do just enough to win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be kind of close. Packers, Buccaneers, 3-2, Bucks. Packers have not looked the same. Their chemistry is just all off.
I feel like the defense is going to come back.
Chemistry is all off. Rodgers does not even trust his wide receivers.
Dump offs to Aaron Jones all the time.
Dump off of Aaron Jones, but it's like, this is a Todd Bowles led team. He can take that away.
I love the Bucs.
The Bucs are really good.
This is going to be a defensive game. I think the Packers are going to show off on defense. That's how they win this game. That's how they're going to win any game this season. Yeah. It's going to be defense. Yeah. So
this is the shit bowl. Dirty Birds. Falcons, Seahawks. 3-2-1 Seahawks.
Okay.
I don't feel like talking about this game, but it's just like, I feel like Geno Smith is going to be do better than Marcus Mariota.
100%.
Seattle's defense is just very weak, but it's just also DK Metcalf is still there, and that man
covered by AJ Terrell.
That man's being a demon, and plus the Falcons just shit the bed every time. I can't. I don't trust
that's fair.
I don't trust this team. I saw another one of the teams I feel like it might be cursed. 40. Because I have an alarm on my phone. 49ers versus Broncos. 3-2-1 49ers. Not talking about this. We just talked about the Broncos way too fucking much.
Wait. Can we do the Bears? Can we do the Bills game first? Cause
you wanna say something about the Cowboys?
Mm-hmm. I want to talk shit. Bills Dolphins. 3-2-1 Dolphins.
I think the Bills just been on a tear.
They have been.
They are they've put their foot down. Since we are the best team in the league by a country ass mile, and the only team that I feel like could really do something to them is the Dolphins, and I'm gonna love seeing them play one more time. I don't know who's at home right now.
I think it's Dolphins at home.
Oh, it's Dolphins at home?
Yeah. That's why I picked Dolphins.
Yeah.
I
see what you mean. I'm gonna still stick beside my pick because at the end of the day, it's football. It does matter a lot because Bills Mafia is crazy, but the Bills just look different from top to bottom. I feel like this team is on they have something to prove this year.
Okay, I go Dolphins. Mike McDaniels. I love that Bills defense. Do not get me wrong, but if Mike McDaniels schemes this correctly, if he does what he did again with that empty backfield shit, I don't see I could really see them torch it.
I can see this game going either way. Mm-hmm. I can really
it's gonna be this is gonna be a shootout.
I'm watching this. This is this and maybe the
Lions Vikings game.
I wasn't gonna say Lions Vikings. I was gonna say Ravens, Patriots, and Jets. The three maybe 4 games I'll be watching for the 1:00 time slot.
The
last game, Monday Night Football. Cowboys versus the Giants. 3-2-1 Cowboys.
You know how I'm gonna go in this. Y'all know how Cowboys. I'm gonna go in this. Y'all know how I'm
root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes
out of the ball game. But let's talk about my Giants. This is a weak Cowboys O-line. I'm pretty sure Leonard Williams is injured a little bit. But
oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in this.
Yeah, y'all traded us to him for a bag of chips. But I feel like this Giants D-line could really work through that Cowboys O-line.
Yeah.
And that game is always won in the trenches. This is the type of game that's won in the trenches.
It's a division rival game. honestly, it's really just like who, like at the end of the day, for like division rivals, what I like how I pick them is just like whose coach do you trust the most. I don't trust Mike McCarthy, but it's just like at least what he does, like that's what he did last week against the Bengals. I feel like if he like keeps that play calling up, I think the Cowboys can beat the Giants.
I will say if there's anybody in that Cowboys head coaching staff that I trust, it'd be Dan Quinn, and I will say that defense is going to be tough.
That defense is scary.
Daniel Jones gets one pick, he's going to be seeing ghosts all night. We might see Tyrod Taylor's.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a day like for Daniel Jones. He's going to throw a few picks. Like this is a Monday Night Football game. There's going to be heavy pressure for the Giants, at least a team undefeated, to like perform. Cowboys are trying to show that they're still in it. Their season isn't over yet. People are writing them off. I think this is like perfect opportunity for the Cowboys to win.
I'll say this right now: we win this game. Prepare to be sick of me, bro.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna talk so much shit.
I'm already sick.
You gonna see me in that Lawrence Taylor shirt? I'm gonna talk so much shit. And especially since I got Cowboys fans here too. I know Cowboys fans. Oh my god.
Bro, I'm already sick.
Oh my god.
I'm sick of this nigga, and we're from the same state.
Bro, yo. Like I said.
Like I heard like, oh, you guys like everybody here is 1-1 except for your team. It's just like we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, bro. Super Bowl contenders. Like
Pretenders. Sorry.
So I'll say this right here, right now. While I'm here in college, my teams are the Giants, Knicks, Yankees, and Rangers. Pray to God that none of them win anything. Cause prepare to be fucking sick of me.
Oh no! If they just make the playoffs, prepare to be sick
of me, bro. Imagine if the Giants won a Super Bowl while I was on this campus. Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't hear the end of it. I'll talk so much shit.
No. If they just make the playoffs, like, I'm just like, oh my god, my team is like actually competent.
Yeah,
but
y'all niggas think I'm insufferable now. Imagine how I was. Bro, let me tell you this. After I think the 2012 Super Bowl, there's a Patriots fan I know. That 2012 Super Bowl was like in what grade were we in? We were in 6th, 7th grade, right? I still make fun of that nigga to this day. I still made fun of that nigga till 12th grade because of that shit. Because that nigga, I always told that nigga, yeah, Eli Manning better than Tom Brady. I was on this nigga's ass.
Oh my god.
That's a Patriots fan.
Oh my.
If you a Cowboys fan and you know me and you know he knows who he is. He knows who he is.
That's crazy. Calling people out.
He knows who he is, and I don't know why he's a Cowboys fan. He's from Georgia, but he knows who he is.
How you from?
Prepare to be sick of me, nigga.
Yeah.
Prepare to be sick of me. If we win this game, prepare to be sick of me, bro.
But thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
To the 3rd episode of the Bullrush Pod. You know, we're gonna get these out. We're gonna get shit rolling.
We gonna get the shit rolling. We gonna get to cooking.
Podcast Nation.
Yes, sir.
Let's ride.
Let's go.